at it again, and the liberal media isn't going to like this one too much. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
Now to this. The co-founder of Black Lives Matter, Rhode Island, is endorsing former President Trump and calling out the Democrats for what he calls years of racist policies. Watch.
You know, we've been used and abused for so long. That party, they don't value our vote. Their policies are basically racist policies, and I believe it's a racist party. Donald Trump he's the opposite. He's going to tell you how it is. He's going to give it to you straight. Trump has done more for the Black community than any president I can think of in my lifetime.
And he's not alone in his criticism. President Biden faces dismal approval numbers among Black voters in key swing states. Joining us now, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Rhode Island, Mark Fisher. Mark, voters in key swing states. Joining us now, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Rhode Island, Mark Fisher. Mark, thanks so much for joining the program. This is my favorite story of the day because it identifies with what I've seen in the barbershop. All the brothers, for some reason right now, are turning tides right now. And I just wonder, what is the big reason?
I think personally, it's the duplicity of the Democrats, the hypocrisy. We're not stupid. The brothers are not stupid. We understand when someone's for us and when someone is not. And it's obvious that the Democratic Party is not for us.
Yeah,
their policies actually strike at the heart of the Black family and the nuclear family.
Yeah, so you were part of Black Lives Matter. You founded it there. And now you're saying, you're not saying the entire Republican Party, you're saying Donald Trump. So what is it about Donald Trump? Is it the economics? You noted the Black family. What is it going to take for him to shore up this support amongst Black voters?
Well, I just think that it's going to take information. A lot of people are misinformed. They don't really understand because they don't educate themselves on Donald Trump as a person and his history. But if they do that, and it's going to take, leaders, educated leaders, getting the word out there, I think that it'll happen on its own. It'll be organic because, personally, I love the man. I mean, how could you not if a real man, how could you not relate to someone like that?
Yeah, he
That's facts. That's facts. And I touched on that in previous videos. It's the education. Right? People have to be educated on who Trump truly is and what he truly supports, because the Democrats have done unfortunately a great job at, smearing Donald Trump and making it seem as if he's somebody that he's really not. Right? That's been their tactic: is Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump racist, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. It's just repeated. These different statements over time, and it's kind of marinated in people's minds because they've heard it so many times that they automatically think this is who this guy actually is. And for a while I kind of was one of those people. At one point in time I didn't really care for Donald Trump, right? And then I thought to myself, why do I dislike this man? And I couldn't answer the question, and that bothered me. Right? When I sat down and actually asked why do I dislike this guy? And I myself could not answer that question. Then I knew there was a problem. Let me actually look into this guy. Let me actually see what he's actually about. You guys have watched the journey right here on this channel. I made it no secret. I haven't always thought this way, right? That's been no secret. I've made no secret of that. It's right here. I ain't deleted any videos or anything like that. It's all here for you to see and to check out. So I think if people took the approach that I kind of did, where, I went into it with a completely open mind, I didn't care where it led me. I just wanted to figure out the truth. What is the truth about both parties, and what's the truth about Donald Trump? That's all I care about. That's all I care. I'm not going to let my bias or what I previously knew affect how I think. I'm going to listen to what these people have to say on both sides of the aisle, right? I'm going to read your comments and see what you guys have to say, and then I'm going to go from there. And look where we are today. So, like I said, I think if people took that approach to, figuring out who Donald Trump is and why there is a major portion of this country that supports Donald Trump, I think that 90% of people in this country would support Donald Trump. 90. Of course, you're going to always have that 10%, in my opinion, that will always stand against it. But I believe if people took the approach that I did, 90% of this country would stand behind Donald Trump 1,000%. 1,000%. But also, that's up to us. That's up to us, because the mainstream media isn't going to educate the population on Donald Trump. The mainstream media isn't going to watch the clips that I watch here with you guys on this channel. So it's up to us to present these videos and this information to these folks, because mainstream media isn't going to do it. So that's on us. That falls on our hands. You know, if this country lives or dies, it's on our hands. That's just the truth about it, because they ain't gonna do it for us, and we obviously don't want to see this country crumble. So what are we gonna do about it? That's my question. What are you gonna do about it?
Watches every morning, so I'm sure he's cheering as you're saying this. We looked at some of the polls for Trump over Biden in the battleground states. In 2020, it was 8%. Now in 2023, he has 22%. And that's just not black men. So the election is right around the corner. If you had the opportunity to talk to the former president, I'm sure he's watching right now, what would you tell him?
Call me on my cell phone, man. I'll stop for Trump.
Mark, I'm fascinated by you. Why did he's watching right now? What would you tell him?
Call me on my cell phone, man. I'll stop for Trump.
Mark, I'm fascinated by you. Why did you end up leaving Black Lives Matter? Or are you still affiliated with it?
No. I'm still affiliated with it. All day. Because the thing about it is, my message that I preach and that I tout is unity. It's a message of unity. It's unity driven. I want to bring together all the marginalized groups from the margins and bring them to the center, because we're stronger together as a one nation under indivisible under God.
Yeah. Mark Fisher, I think all Americans can go with a message of unity. We thank you so much for coming on the program. I hope you'll come back and check in with us. I
appreciate you. Keep up good work, Lawrence.
You got it.
Yeah. 100%. So, yeah. I also got this other clip that I want to show you guys of a guy by the name of Dr. Umar. Hopefully I can keep this clip in the video. I may have to cut it out because of copyright reasons. So, yeah, if you don't see it, I'll explain what he has to say after this. But for now, I can show you guys, obviously, because it ain't on YouTube yet, because I'm just recording it now. But here you go.
Black people in America never get anything when they vote. Black people in America never get anything when they vote. So how do they motivate us to vote if we never get nothing when we do? Fear.
Yep.
Black people are the only constituency in this country who vote out of fear. In other words, I'm not voting to stop police brutality because they're not going to stop it. I'm not voting to change mass incarceration.
Listen, I don't agree with everything he has to say, but I do agree with the overall message.
They're not going to change it. I'm not voting to fix the schools. They're never going to fix them. So what you voting for? Because I'm afraid of what Trump might do. You see that? That's how we vote. Fear. Now, when the Jews go to the polls, when the Latinos go to the polls, when the Arabs, the East Indians, the Anglo-Saxons go to the polls, they're going for concessions. I'm getting something out of this vote. I'm getting something that we already agreed upon before Election Day. Black people are getting nothing. We vote out of fear. Our motivation is fear. Joe Biden may do nothing for you, but Donald Trump will be worse. See how that works? This is how they get us out. The black man is the only one in the voting line voting because he's scared of what the other man might do to him.
I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And I've touched on that previously. I've always used the whole restaurant analogy where, you know, you pull up to an establishment, you order your food, right, at the order window, at the order mic, whatever. You pull up, you pay, and then you pull up to the last window to receive your order, and then they point at the other establishment across the street and say, well, they stole all the buns. That's the Democrat Party. That is the Democrat Party. They point the finger at Republicans and say, oh, well, Republicans did X, Y, and Z, so we can't do what we promised we were going to do for you, so we got you next time. You wouldn't keep pulling up to that restaurant, would you? If you ordered the food, they said that they can get you the food that you ordered, you pulled up and you paid for the food, and then you pulled up to the last window to receive your order, and then they pointed at another establishment and said, oh, well, they took all the buns, so we can't fulfill your order, but come back again. We got you next time. You're not going to keep going to that establishment. You're going to say, well, this is some BS. First, y'all promised me something and didn't deliver. Then I showed up and did my part, and you still didn't deliver. So what's going on here? I gave you my money. I gave you my vote, and you still nothing? So my question is, why do people keep pulling up to the Democrat Party again? And the answer is there. It's because the Democrat Party, in my humble opinion, uses the fear tactic. Yeah, we got you next time. But in the meantime, in between time, you don't want that guy Donald Trump. He's a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad guy. Donald Trump bad. Things are going to get a whole lot worse under Trump. That's part of their messaging, is to get people scared, to fearmonger people. Oh, Donald, we checked it out with Hillary. When she related Trump to Hitler. Oh, well, Hitler was duly elected. What in the actual F are you talking about? What are you, like, Trump is nowhere near that guy. If anybody is close to him, it's the guy that y'all got in office now. I mean, just look at what's happening. It's that guy. You know, hold on. You remember the guy that had the image with the red background? Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see if I can find that real quick, because that was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because if that had been Trump, that image would be everywhere, all day, every day. This image right here. It would be everywhere, all day, every day, played on a loop. They'd put a mustache on him and everything. But no, they want us to forget about this type of image. But I guarantee you they wouldn't have done that if that was Trump. They wouldn't have done that if that was Trump. Huh? Oh. So if there's anybody that's like that terrible guy with the name that starts with an H that I will not say anymore, it's this guy right here. It ain't Trump. It is not Trump. But of course, we can't talk about that image. You know, we got to forget about that. These guys are absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Y'all let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.